In the name of Almighty Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. As Muhammad, peace be upon him, narrated, if anyone travels on a road in search of knowledge, Almighty Allah will cause him to travel on one of the roads of paradise. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tariq Masood. Thank you very much for watching my videos and your wonderful support to make this channel a grand success. We are a family, a partner. Please share and subscribe our channel if you haven't done so far. We as a team can work together to convert challenges into opportunities and opportunities into success stories. These success stories can be monetized into value addition in the world by large. Thank you very much for your precious time. Okay, today I'm going to discuss my lecture number 11, Center of Excellence, topic HAZID Study. Okay, before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse. قال ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم ربي زدني علما. O my Lord, open my chest and ease my task for me and loose a knot from my tongue that they may understand my saying. Allahumma rabbi zidni ilma. O Allah, advance me in my knowledge and true understanding. Center of Excellence, lecture number 11, HAZID Study Guide, section number 3. Okay, we have already started. We have discussed in my earlier 8 lecture we delivered on HAZID study, and now we have already earlier we have discussed HAZID study. Now we are discussing HAZID, and after that we will discuss quantitative risk assessment and risk assessment management system and safety integrity level in near future. Okay, key takeaway points from lecture number 11, section number 3, HAZID study, team structures, role and responsibility, facilitator and scribe. We are going to discuss today. Okay, forward message. First, this document has been developed by corporate HSE support department, reviewed and added by corporate quality and management system. Department is circulated for review by user department before being endorsed by any oil and gas company management system to provide guideline for hazard identification study. Number 1. Number 2. This document is published for oil and gas companies, their departments, contractors, consultant utilizations. It shall be emphasized that the document to be used for oil and gas corporations, companies as deemed applicable and appropriate. Okay. Number 3, this document subjected to a periodical review to reaffirm its adequacy or to conform to any changes in the corporate requirement or to include a new development on the subject. Number 4, it is recognized that there will be cases where addenda or others clarification needs to be attached to the guidelines to suit a specific application or services involvement, as such as the content of the document shall not be changed or re-edited by any user, but any addenda or clarification entailing change shall be brought to the relevant department or custodian department, or you may also forward to me as well, t.masood.dr@bath.edu. Okay. Okay, HAZID study segments completed. So introductions, scope, application. You may explore a section 1 and 2 where we have discussed already introduction, scope, application, policy, HAZID terminology, methodology, approach, optimum timing within the project development and study durations. What is the introduction? Basically, HAZID identification is a technique for early identification of potential hazard and threat from a project, plant or plant modification. Scope, these guidelines cover the structure, responsibility, technique of the HAZID study. Applications, HAZID study for a project shall cover all phases of project including feasibility study, concept optimization, FEED, APEC, operations and decommissioning, abandonment of phase where there is a potential for hazard, human safety, environment or asset production losses, etc. Okay, policy. Okay, all oil and gas companies are committed to protect the health and safety of the employees and other they may be affected by the activities and to give proper regard to the conservation of the environment. The all oil and gas companies policy is to conduct the activities such that it strives toward an incident-free, secure, safe and healthy workplace. Safety studies and reviews shall be performed during the course of the project or modification to an existing facility. This is to identify, qualify, quantify, and to establish that the design safety measures shall provide adequate protections and mitigate any risk involved with the proposed project development or to the modification. Okay. Key to successful hazards, team structure and responsibility we are going to discuss today. So what basically it demonstrates here? The key to a successful hazard is the correct combination of breadth and the depth in the experience of the team. It is essential that the depth to achieve by full knowledge of the particular circumstances, the background to decisions made and options considered for the current project. As such, a team structure has important role in a hazard session. Okay, next is a team structure. Okay, in performing a hazard study, the proper selection of team participants is very important. The study team shall consist of personnel who are knowledge in the process technology and experience in the operation of the facilities. Hazard studies for all capital project under any technical directorate should be led by an independent third-party facilitator approved by corporate HSE support and assisted by independent secretary. Scribes in-house studies and project may be chaired by an independent but non-third-party facilitator. A hazard team should be kept comparatively small, but the team should contain sufficient knowledge to recognize and identify all the HSE issues. Hazard team membership shall be categorized into core and non-core teams. Non-core teams members shall participate in as a required basis. The core team shall consist of corporate HSE representative, project engineer, LP engineers, operation representatives, maintenance representatives, process engineers, regional operational HSE representatives. Okay. For the non-core team shall consist of a specialist engineer representatives, where the hazard study is on a contracted engineer project. The core team shall be additional representatives from the contractor. So they must include a process engineer, loss prevention engineer, and project engineers. Non-core team shall consist of other specialist engineer as and when required by hazard. It is essential that the team compositions by appropriate for the plant or design being studied. Okay, now we are going to discuss experienced required. Okay, experienced required with the following segments, that is team, broad experience, inevitably, and project. It is important that several members of the team can contribute a broad experience from other similar developments in the terms of technology applied and the locations. Inevitably, by the levels of experience and knowledge required will mean that the team consists of senior personnel from within the project and elsewhere in the organization. Okay, then the next is role and responsibilities. Adopt a positive attitude, provide expertise, be logical, focus on the objective. The quality of the study highly result from the contribution of all team members and from their global expertise. In order to achieve a quality result, member of the team shall adhere to first adopt a positive attitude toward other team members' contribution. Number one. Number two, provide their expertise on the project specifics and from similar experience elsewhere. Number three, be logical, open-minded, and creative. And number four, focus on the objective of the HAZID study. Okay, HAZID Study Facilitator. Okay, so the first is lead the team, prompt the brainstormings, manage discussion, identify issues, record finding, and generate report. The facilitators requires a high level of technical and team management skills. He needs to remain independent of the discussions and shall not be associated with the project development. To recognize the HSE issues as they are raised, the facilitator needs to have a wide range technical expertise. To manage the team and the study, he needs management, time, management and communication skill to also to be familiar with the technique and objective of HAZID. In common with other structures of brainstorming and review studies, the role of the facilitator is critical to success of the team is required to first lead the team through the HAZID technique, prompt the brainstorming efforts, manage the discussion without compromising the creativity of the process, identify the key issues as they are raised by the team, record the findings and ensure that the minutes fully reflect the points identified, generate the report of the session. Okay. Now, study secretary. The secretary shall be skilled to record accurately the outcomes of the discussions. The scribes need to be familiar with the engineering terminologies. He or she be familiar with the computer software and used to record the study finding before the start of the study. Follow the facilitated instructions and record the team findings. Okay. So, HAZID study related documents, you may also review this document, guideline for the register hazards of facts, major capital project approval procedures, that is the first, second, and the third non-major projects approval procedures, and management health and safety capital projects. Okay. Conclusion, what we discussed: team structure, we have discussed role and responsibilities, facilitators, scribe or secretary. Okay. Next topic, we are going to discuss HAZID study process and framework. Okay, so these are a few references. The Qatar Petroleum Doha Qatar Oil and Gas Development Corporation Limited Pakistan, it's also known OGDC Pakistan. Number 3, World Energy Outlook 2013, Geological Survey, US Department of Energy, Schlumberger Oilfield Glossaries, International Energy Agency, Wikipedia, Oklahoma State Margins Oil Commission Manuals, State Oil Fact Sheet, Norsex Standard, The Story of the Oil in Pennsylvania, Air Liquid Gas Encyclopedia, Natural Gas from Wellhead to Burner Tip. Please do not hesitate to send me your feedback comments. Together, everyone achieve more. At t.masood.dr@mouth.edu. I have also provided my WhatsApp. Do not hesitate to send me your input on WhatsApp as well if you wish to send. Thank you very much for your precious time.